top. And for those who don't know me, my name is John Miller. I'm the president of the UPI Western Illinois chapter. I'm also an IFT vice president, and I'm the IFT PAC chair. So my feet are very wet and dirty in this election. And I don't think we need to talk about how important it is to maintain the governor's election, the governor's seat. We cannot stress enough what this means. And I know for the last 3 years, I've been leading some of the charges against our governor, from pensions to retiree health care and the like. Yes, we are very frustrated with the governor on numerous issues. That being said, we know the governor quit. We've worked with him, we've talked with him, and he's done some pretty good things too. He's also helped on funding. He's also helped on pre-K education. He's also helped protect teachers in terms of protecting their tenure and their life. We know that his heart is in the right place, although the wallet may not always be where we would like it to be. That being said, a Ronner, on the other hand, is a disaster for McDonough. Why? It is a guaranteed cut to Western Illinois University. This is a person who thinks that he can balance the budget by cutting $6 billion. How do you cut $6 to $9 billion out of the budget that's already tight to begin with, where the university is barely holding on to its own without having layoffs, without having cuts, without harming the public education? When you start laying off employees at your biggest institution, your biggest employer in this county, you start to have a ripple effect across this state, across this county, across this city. You cannot allow this to happen. Now I know that everybody in this room is going to go vote on November 4th, or before that, starting as early as October 20th. In fact, we would like you. You don't want the phone calls? Vote early. The phone calls will stop. That's how you get the calls to stop. Tell your neighbors, if they say they're tired of getting all the phone calls, you call them up and you say, you know what? Vote on October 20th. The call goes away. They will stop calling, but make sure that they go out and vote. And the reason for that is that on average in a midterm election, 1.2 million Democrats less vote. That's the difference in this election. If our Democrats stay at home, suddenly we start to see some serious challenges for our great senator, Senator Durbin. We see problems with Lisa Madigan. We see problems with Jesse White. We see problems with Sheila Simon. We see problems with Sherry Bustos. Granted, we don't get the benefit of having her represent us here, but she's close enough to us that we can go talk to her. Yeah, we still have Aaron Schatz, but we just pretend to ignore him. So what I'm asking, and what we've done, is form this coalition that has been utilizing with the support of Senator Durbin and his voter files and the like to identify those folks who tend not to vote in a Democratic election, but tend to vote Democrat in the city. There's about 2,500 of them, believe it or not. On top of that, we're doing an aggressive voter registration drive out at the university. We have formed this coalition, so when IEA and IFT, which were at odds for years, have joined together, you know how serious this is. And so what I'm asking you to do is we are going to start, as Lee pointed out, and are already engaged in a very grassroots campaign. It is the ability to go talk to these folks and tell them what's at stake. So I understand that there were some boos out at Bushnell Parade last Thursday from the folks that were, when we walked by, the folks walked by with Quinn signs because they're frustrated. These were even some of the Democrats who are saying this. We have our work cut out for us. A Republican today who's actually knocking on doors for Quinn told me, he said, I was asked, why am I supporting Quinn? Because the difference is I would rather have a heartburn than a heart attack. And that's the difference. Now I know we're not really, many may not in this room may not be very excited about the governor. So we're asking folks, hold your nose and go vote. But we need to go out and educate folks to do that. Too many people are threatening to stay home. Too many people are not voting with their interest at stake and are voting out of the frustration over the pensions, over the health care, and the like. We can't allow that to happen. So I am asking you to volunteer. I've already talked to a lot of you already. You're not allowed to leave without volunteering something. I will lock the door. Okay, maybe I won't do that. But we need canvassers every Saturday morning starting at 9:30. We're going to start September 6th. We were going to try to do it today, but then we decided that 90-degree temperatures and humidity, probably not a good idea to do so. It's hard enough to knock on somebody's door and get a loan dripping with sweat, unless you are the candidate. That's never stopped John. But that being said, so starting on September 6th, I'm asking you to volunteer to come and sign up. So volunteer September 6th on Saturday. If you can't do September 6th, which is a Saturday, 9:30. What Saturday in October or September can you do? What Saturday in October can you do? Can you make phone banks? As soon as we can get a place to allow us to rent. We will be opening up phone banks and the like. So I need you to sign up. If you don't like making phone calls, if you don't like knocking on the doors, what will you volunteer to do? Can you help us send letters to friends? Can you bring treats and snacks to the folks that are doing these kind of things? So please do not leave home or leave tonight without signing up for this. We really, really need to make this happen. We cannot allow McDonough County to be the reason why Rauner wins because our Democrats stayed at home. We cannot allow that. So I really hope that you take just a few minutes today. If you have not seen me, please don't leave without signing up. Thank you very much. Thank you.